I choose you. Season 7's our destiny. Let's eat some Alolan food. I choose you.
Hello, and welcome to I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. My name is Jeremy Zielik, and I'm the host and Alton Brown of the group. Joining me this week, as always, is...
your friend on the show, Ben Montoya.
Ian Davis, the Frank Vlasic of the show.
Oh. And with strange inflections also, it's Evan Aubrey. Also Kraken.
Damn,
shit.
Do you think people think I talk like that normally?
Yeah.
I don't know if people know what your true accent is either. Because you constantly are fluidly changing between three at once.
There's a little Guvblimium, a little shrimp on the Barbie, you know.
They're just some of the linguistic layers.
A little bit of
Jeremy
yeehaw.
Zielik.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, what if in the Barbie movie one was like shrimp on the Barbie and the Barbie was like a grill and it had shrimp on it?
This Barbie has shrimp.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's just grilling on his washboard abs. Or, I guess, Ken. Not Barbie.
Well, the Barbie could have washboard
Barbie
abs.
does have washboard
There you
abs,
go.
I'm sure.
Be washboard abs Barbie. Another shrimp on there. Ben, are you drinking another one of those sodas you said was gross?
I'm drinking the last of them, which, if you can do math, you can tell that I've had some in between that it was not the best choice. But
I hear
it was the only choice.
I hear that's a pretty good video game. The Last of Them.
The last of them.
All the
that's what
gross sodas.
Yeah.
This soda is the last of them, and you might compare it to a fungal infection that's taking over my brain. I guess
It's a malt liquor, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing.
Ben's gonna start clicking.
cordyceps taste.
Yeah.
How many have you had between now and then? 2, 3,
So they only sell them in 6-packs.
4?
Someone can count.
All right.
Damn, you drank all 4 of them? I hope you did it at once, so you're like, might as
No.
well get this over with.
It was spread out. It was spread out over many days. Just on those days where I was like, you know what, I do need something refreshing. I'm not gonna go and buy new alcohol, so I guess I'll slug one of these down. Nothing wrong with slugging down an old hard soda.
Yeah.
And did each slug increase your appreciation of the flavor and texture of this drink?
I will say we've talked and had debates about whether it's more appropriate to drink soda with ice in a glass versus room temperature, which I feel like it shouldn't even be an option. But I will say that what is this? Cantaritos by Jarritos is maybe better cold in the bottle than it is with ice.
Interesting.
Can't be too cold. Has to be
Well,
just the right amount of cold.
The ice just waters it down, and then it makes the medicine-y taste worse. So, this is actually a more tame version of the Cantaritos. To give you the full range of experiences you can expect.
My soda opinion is I like drinking it out of the container it comes in, and it's cold. So, you have a glass bottle. I love drinking soda out of a glass bottle. It makes me feel like an old-timey, kid walking back from my shoe shine money to buy a nickel soda from the stand. It's great.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yes, a very oh, boy. Maybe I have a cap that has a propeller on it. Getting a little sody pop.
And usually a soda in the bottle these days means that it has more it just has a better sugar profile.
It's real
Well, it
sugar.
usually has sugar. It's
usually Mexican Coke, or it's some hoity-toity craft soda, and you're okay, this is a good experience.
Or Pepsi Clear.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Bottle? Oh, yeah.
I would kill for a glass bottle LaCroix.
Oh,
Whoa.
shit.
Would you say that's the most deserving drink of getting a glass bottle as LaCroix?
I would kill for a glass bottle of LaCroix.
That's
You heard it here first.
The step up. It's how people, you say that beer normally tastes better coming from a tap. LaCroix tastes better coming from a bottle. That's the step up.
Yeah.
The bubbles are still
Unless you can
they're still
just
in their pure form.
You lean down and you stick your head right in the river. That's like the only other way it could be better.
In Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, there's a LaCroix river.
I would bathe in that fucker.
Do you hope that Timothy Chalamet drinks a LaCroix in the new Willy Wonka?
And he's like, I gotta Wonka this up a little, and he like puts like pixie dust in it or whatever. He dumps pixie sticks in his LaCroix.
Maybe like it's just a regular river, and he's like, this is a little flat, and then he like sucks on his finger and sticks it in the water, and it carbonates it. LaCroix is born.
Ooh.
Wait, does he have magic powers? I thought he just made whimsical like soda, like candy.
Yeah. He does have fizzy lifting drinks, though. So he does get... I mean, maybe that is the product placement, is like they do the fizzy lifting drink, but it's just cans of LaCroix.
Oh, LaCroix.
Are you implying that he's kind of like a chocolate Batman? He doesn't have any inherent powers.
Yes.
Oh.
He's just so skilled that he could defeat all the other chocolatiers with preparation.
And he trained as a ninja.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's bad.
Fucking Liam
Why do
Neeson
we
was
fall,
over there.
Mr. Wonka?
Because I digested the chocolate. That
Yes.
makes you fly.
Like when he was a child after his parents died, of course, because he is an orphan, he fell in a cavern filled with candy, and it scared him. And he has to conquer his fears
By making it himself.
and eating it.
Yep.
The Candy Man
What if in
can.
Batman he was like, I know how to conquer this, he started eating bats?
Oh man, Ozzy Osbourne as the next Batman.
Oh, there you go.
Statistically, Batman has eaten at least one bat.
If not just by accident, because they just
Right.
fly out of the cave. There's so many of them.
Yep.
And he's like opening his mouth one. He's like yawning and like a back. Where's Rachel?
It's like that fake statistic where it's like you eat 8 spiders like a year in your lifetime. Like surely one just climbed in there.
Surely one bat.
Yeah.
Just
So
always
are you
asleep.
saying it's like when he's taking a bat nap and he's like hanging upside down, honk shoe, sleepy time Batman, and like a bat just like casually flies into his mouth because it thinks that his worn cavernous jaw replicates like the womb from which it comes from or something.
Exactly.
Somewhat of a bat cave, if you will. In
Yeah, his mouth.
Within.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Amazing.
we've got this next fucking Batman movie cracked. Robert Pattinson, call us up. We got this.
What are you drinking, Jeremy?
I have Trader Joe's sparkling water, cranberry clementine.
Oh, not just
Or
tangerine or
clementine.
orange, but it's clementine.
Yes. Pretty good. Definitely one of the higher level Trader Joe's sparkling water suggestions, I think. My favorite still is the, not the Trader Joe's fizzy watermelon juice, but the Trader Joe's watermelon lemonade sparkling water, which I think is great.
That one is pretty good.
What about you, Evan?
I went to a festival over the weekend, and at said festival there were a lot of drink tents. There was like Aperol Town. I don't know. Everything was Aperol themed. There was
Whole town of it.
there was.
You just came back from Aperol Country.
I
too.
was in Aperol Country, and then Aperol Town just popped right up, and then there was a White Claw. They made a wave out of cans. It was kind of cool. But my favorite of the little like booths, I guess, was June Shine. I don't know if anyone's had June Shine. It's hard kombucha. This is a flavor I had all weekend long or all Sunday long, called Mango Daydream, and it was mango, pineapple, orange, chili, and green tea.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
So a little bit of sweet, a little bit of spicy.
Ooh, my faves. Ian,
Excellent.
I see you're drinking pure LaCroix. Uncut.
It's the funky way, dude.
This is the way Funky would have wanted it.
If he was
In
with us.
memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In memoriam.
Every time you crack a clear LaCroix, Funky Kong Spirit's there cracking it with you.
You always got to pour one out for the funky.
Yes.
Big muscular arms.
Yeah.
Man,
Wife
he would,
beater
he
and
would crack
do-rag.
that can so good. Oh.
Yeah. Fuck, he would probably need a bigger can because his hands are so big.
I mean, the one in this picture surely is larger than.
I mean, it is almost as big as his head.
Oh man! Speaking of large beverages, so when Tori and I got back into town. We went to her parents' house, and as a gift, someone had got us a bottle of champagne, but it was one of those like comically large bottles of champagne.
Oh
That
yeah.
you'd find at like the top shelf of a restaurant full of like covered in dust. But this one was in like a nice like wooden case that we opened up and everything. And
Whoa.
it looked like just a regular old bottle of champagne in my hands, of course.
Oh, okay. It wasn't like 3 feet tall.
Not that comically large, but it was
Okay.
legit, you know.
Did you
at
need like
least
a
2 feet tall.
guillotine to like get the cork off?
So that we haven't even crossed that bridge yet. I'll let you know. I wish
Do you have a saber?
So that's the thing. I don't know if you're supposed to saber champagne because that just is a recipe for like exploded glass everywhere.
Especially
I
if
thought you were.
I thought you.
Am I-
Do you saber champagne or just wine? Maybe.
I thought it was champagne.
Oh, maybe you're right. Okay.
Do you think that champagne is the only appropriate drink to have with fajitas?
Loud drink, loud
No.
food.
Because it also sizzles. It's got a pop to it.
It's loud. It's a lot.
It's loud.
Name a
Okay,
louder
first
drink.
of all, you could have any soda and it'll do that. Second of all, I would say if I'm having some fajitas, you better fucking marg me.
That's true.
Jeremy, margs are absolutely one of the quietest drinks.
On the decibel scale, it's pretty low relative to champagne.
Jeremy's just over there viciously stirring it so the ice is
Yeah,
like making noise.
it's got
guess-
some ice clinking around.
I think
Unless you're counting the like a frozen margarita, in which case you would need a blender, right? That's pretty loud.
but that's process. That's not finished product.
True.
Well, hold on, because if you like in my champagne scenario, it's when you how to get the gold shit off and you pop the bottle, let your body waddle.
Right. Exactly.
That's like the loud part. But if they made a tableside marg where they roll out a blender and all the ingredients to your table and just fucking Beyblades let it rip right next to like fuck everyone around you trying to have a conversation because you ordered the tableside marg.
Yes.
That would
be the same experience as ordering the fajitas that are loud and sizzling.
and it would be
Yeah.
louder. Everyone would be
Oh,
looking
okay.
at you.
Look, they do that at a bar normally. Like, if you go to a bar and you order a frozen margarita, they will put it in a blender.
No, but Jeremy, I'm talking like you're at a fine dining restaurant. There are tablecloths and candles. Everyone's talking in hushed, polite tones, and then the fucking Alfred, rolls out the cart with all the ingredients. Everyone turns their head because they're like, "What's about to happen?" And then for like 3 straight minutes while they.
And then you gotta pulse it.
Or maybe to make it more fajita based, maybe the cart is powered and the blender is going on the way to the table.
Oh, there you go. It's just like it doesn't stop, and it's like a pull lawnmower sort of situation where like
Yes.
the entire cart you have to like pull start,
Yes.
and that gets it going.
Excellent.
would
I think
wow.
canonically though, loud drink. If anyone's ever been to a movie theater and watched the opening sequence when they tell people to turn their phones off, they have that really loud Coke that sizzles
true.
next to all the really
do.
loud popcorn.
They do. Yes.
Would you consider it sizzling?
Oh,
I don't
it
think it's hot.
sizzles. Jeremy, I don't know if hot things are the only things that sizzle. that noise isn't reserved for hot food.
Do you think that the larger the drink with ice in it, the louder it is?
The larger
No.
the drink. No, I
don't
feel
think
like
that's how that
probably-
works.
This
I
is
think it has to do
Davis
with the physical
rule.
properties of
Yeah.
the drink.
Well,
You know what I mean?
So you're telling me that if you had like a normal like 8-ounce glass with ice in it and you poured a Coke in it, versus like a 40-gallon glass filled to the brim with ice and you poured like 40 liters of Coke into it,
Uh-huh.
that wouldn't be louder. One wouldn't be louder.
Okay, yeah, they would be louder. You're right. Correct. It passed the microphone check. It would be louder.
Damn, Ian, we're just gonna shovel you around to different restaurants and be like, I'm the new food critic for the Albuquerque Journal, and I only rate your restaurants on how loud your food is.
Yeah, food wasn't loud enough. One chili.
Not loud.
Yes.
Delicious, not loud.
I'm gonna let you guys in on a secret. On my Apple Watch, I always keep that motherfucking thing on me. I have a little like decibel reader.
Hold it up to your plate.
It
not
is
gonna pass.
truly for my classroom, just so I can see like, oh, should I put my like earplugs in right now?
That's fair. Yeah.
But certainly like when I sit down, like you think I'm reaching for the fork, but really I'm like casually testing.
Yeah, I think we need a situation. So like, the Seattle Seahawks, had that crowd that caused like a minor, seismic event or something once a few years ago. Taylor Swift fans, same thing. What if we ordered enough fajitas to cause a seismic event?
Right.
Yes.
Right. Yes. Okay.
If we ordered 10,000 fajitas all at once, can it make a sonic boom?
Choosy.
Sizzle faster than the speed of sound.
Yeah, can we
Over on
make...
this.
Can we get Sonic the Hedgehog to run our fajitas so fast that they become the loudest fajitas in the known universe?
Fuck the guy who made like the largest pizza recently. Biggest
Largest
fajita. Yeah.
Biggest fajita.
It's
How
like-
big? How big was the pizza?
That was
Big.
like 5 feet.
You should look up a picture. It was pretty whopping.
Yeah, you had to get on like a little crane to pour sauce on it, and they had to like
crane?
wheel them out over it. Yeah.
It was truly remarkable, but not loud.
But not loud enough.
Oh shit, that's a
Neat.
large pizza.
Yes. So
14,000 square feet, in case anyone at home was wondering.
Oh no, I didn't need to know that. That's way too much.
How you cook it,
Is
no
it-
one knows.
Is it a square pizza or a round pizza?
From the aerial shot, it looks round.
Okay, that's good. I don't want fucking the world's largest pizza to be Detroit fucking style pizza. You know what I'm saying?
To answer your
Wow.
question, they cooked it. They had like some sort of heat mechanism that like went over the top of it.
Oh, okay. I like to imagine it's just like drones with hair dryers.
I mean, this is where using Pokemon to cook food would be great, actually, is because it's already to scale. You don't have to worry about
True.
finding a huge oven or something.
Excellent. Well, you want to get to the Pokemon cooking / eating part of the show, Ben?
I guess.
Yeah, you might say that.
Oh, let's do that. So, on I Choose You, each week we randomly select a new Pokemon to cook and eat, and then we come up with delicious recipes for it. We share these recipes with one another. We laugh, we cry, we enter a very democratic situation to decide the best recipe, and then we end the show usually. So, this week's Pokemon is Fomantis. Let's go Fomantis crazy. Who won last week? It was me.
Yes.
Wow.
I don't want to go first, so let's say Ian starts this week.
Defer the coin toss.
Yeah.
I don't think I've started in seasons.
That's not true.
It's always Jeremy's
Don't
always
give yourself
like
too much credit.
I know statistically the last slot gives me the best chance of winning. So let's have Ben and then Evan and then Ian and then I'll go.
Wrong.
I actually don't think that's true. I think it's I think,
Run the
everyone's like,
tape.
you stole my idea. And so it's actually better to go first.
Run the tape. Check the footage. Replay. All right. I'm gonna hit you with the recipe and then I'm gonna unleash the name on you at the end.
The power of the sun.
All right.
Yeah. This is what we're gonna do. We got our Fomantis, which is pretty cute.
Agreed.
Yeah.
We're gonna do two things to him. Okay. One, I'm treating him like a pepper.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. He's got like some pink in there, which in our universe perhaps could imply that there's some like the redder the animal, the hotter it is, perhaps.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Interesting.
Just stay with me.
Sure.
All right. You get them.
Uh-huh.
Skew a bunch of them.
The last of them.
Yeah, exactly. Put them over a fire. Perhaps it rotates. It's a rotisserie. Okay.
Okay, nice.
So fire roasted rotisserie style until they're like nice and got some nice char on them, nice color on them. And then you're gonna take off their stems, chop them up. Maybe take out some of the seeds if you don't want to be too spicy. And then you're gonna get like a huge glass jar and fill that with some brine, some salt water, because we're gonna ferment them.
Oh.
All
All
right.
right.
So, stick them in there, let them ferment for, however many days, basically to taste. Maybe, depends on how, like, picklish, how briny you want them. Also, you don't want it to mold, right? So not too long, but a week or two. And at that point, you blend that shit.
Okay.
And you got a nice fermented hot sauce.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Oh.
And so I give to you the Fomantis fermentisserie hot sauce.
Yes.
All right. There it is.
All right.
Nice.
You just got that one over the line.
So this is a nice, like, kind of vinegary-ish hot sauce, more on the oily, not the oily side.
A peppery,
Like, how
soury, yeah,
how spicy
pickly
is it?
kind of taste.
It's not like blowing you out.
Okay. I don't know if I would say.
On a scale of like sucking you in to blowing you out, it's more of like, oh, that's a really nice flavor. Like you want to dip your chips in it. You want to like put it on stuff as like an addition, but you're not
Okay.
You're not getting like just absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
Right.
Got it.
Okay, so it's not a prank food item.
No, this is not a prank. It's not a joke at all.
I would like to
don't eat
buy
it as
a
a
bottle
joke.
of hot sauce that says this is not a prank.
The jokes
On
stop
it.
here.
Yes.
No, this is like you go to Trader Joe's and they got your, fermentisserie Fomantis, like, double roasted, whatever.
Yeah. Which ethnic stereotype is selling me this one?
Ooh, yikes.
Is it Trader Jose?
Probably like Trader Oak.
Uh-huh.
Or,
Ooh, like the Pokemon.
Yeah, or like Trainer Joey, and the label is just like a close up of his shorts.
Are his legs in his shorts, or is it just like a pair of clothes?
It awkwardly gets cut off at the knee. You see half his knees.
Oh, half a knee. All right.
Well, separate from what that was, I did want to say that I enjoy your recipe for a few reasons. The wordplay is great. By the time you said fermented, I was there. You had me at ferment. The other thing that I appreciate is that we recently got a hot sauce in our fridge, actually, that sounds quite similar to this. We found it at the farmer's market, and it's a guy who does fermented hot sauces using like kombucha.
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
And the one that we found was a shishito pepper hot sauce, and it's very like sesame-y, but also peppery, salty, umami, and a little spicy. But it's not like crazy. It's not going to blow you out for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. One in every like 10 jars could blow you out
Yeah.
if we know how
Statistically.
shishito peppers work.
One's bound to do it.
Yeah.
But that's the taste profile that I'm kind of bringing to you describing this. So I'm all aboard.
Choo choo.
Excellent.
I do have one thing, which is that you mentioned at the very beginning that this recipe is quote unquote Vlasic.
Yeah, so I'm Frank Vlasic, the founder of Vlasic Pickles. Did find this on the Wikipedia page that I thought you guys would like. Let's see here.
I love Wikipedia.
A childbearing stork was introduced as a mascot in 1974, merging
Classic.
the stork baby mythology with the notion that pregnant women have an above average appetite for pickles.
This is where pickles come from.
Yes.
Vlasic marketed themselves as, quote, the pickle pregnant women crave, ... After all, who's a better pickle expert? ?
What?
Good question.
What do you mean,
The modern Vlasic stork speaks in a style reminiscent of Groucho Marx and holds a pickle like a cigar.
Never thought about it that way, but you're right.
Yes. The Vlasic pickle stork and foghorn leghorn. Very similar.
What? I guess it works because it's the most, when I think of pickles, I think of
Vlasic.
like that's the most like pickle based like company I can think of is the Vlasic
True.
pickles.
Yep.
And I gotta tell you, gotta be proud, Michigan proud. The pickles are grown there. It started there. It continues to be there. They're gonna rebuild the city.
Has
pickle at a time.
Vlasic ever
Okay.
ventured into hot sauce or other things than your classic pickle?
Allow me to. Somebody talk about.
Pickle,
Let's see.
No.
When Jeremy refuses to vamp.
I'm just looking at the Wikipedia page, and all it says is they make pickles.
Pickled
Vlasic.
what?
I don't think I've ever eaten
Yeah.
Vlasic pickles, unless they were served at like a restaurant, a sandwich, and I didn't know it.
Whoa.
You've never purposefully gone out to a America's birthday barbecue and been like, you know what? I need some of these Vlasic crinkle cut dill pickles on my burger.
No, I haven't done that. And you know, what's funny is I ate a bunch of pickles in the last week because I had a jar of spicy pickles from Colorado. And I would just eat one a day. I would go and stick my fork in and be like, munch, munch, munch.
Wow.
Kind of situation.
And
They're
not a
pretty
single
good.
one was Vlasic.
No.
I'd say.
They're from fucking Colorado, so
All right.
they're called Weed Town, USA pickles.
We've got 6 products for you to choose from.
Oh.
All right.
Oh. Okay.
Pickles,
Okay.
purely pickles.
What the fuck is the difference?
Pure
What's the
pickle? Is that like the pure LaCroix of pickles?
Yeah, it's just a cucumber.
Yeah, it's not vinegary at all.
Well, you see, pickles. Whether you like them sweet or dill, big or small, whole or sliced, we have the pickle for you. But then purely pickles, bring the deli to your home. Slightly sweet or a little salty. So I think they're less like it's for the purist.
Okay,
Oh,
sure.
okay.
Whatever. I don't
It's for
know
someone-
about that.
And then we have snackums.
Oh yes, I love the snackums.
Okay.
Yep, which are small.
We love those.
We do have peppers.
Oh, there are
Okay.
peppers. Okay.
They have banana peppers, jalapeno pepper slices. It's just a jar of peppers. Nothing
Let's go.
remarkable. Relish, of course.
Ah.
And then sauerkraut.
I guess those all make sense.
They never ventured
if I
into
was a
like
pickle company.
they never ventured into like tiny onions or like green bean territory or like they're not your go-to one-stop shop for like Bloody Marys.
all pickled. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with fuck Michigan. I'm gonna stick with Colorado pickles. Sorry, Vlasic.
Oh.
Well, hold on a second, because I think we're onto something here. The stork says there's the stork is on the website, and he's got a little like speech bubble, and it says, "Vlasic is the best tasting pickle I've ever heard."
Is it
Loud
pickles are like
food.
squeaky?
Because pickles are loud. You crunch
They
it.
are loud.
It's a
They
loud
are loud.
food.
That's part of the marketing campaign. He would be like, "They're Vlasic," and then crunch on them. Yeah.
Yeah. You'd eat them like
Wow.
a cigar, like Groucho Marx.
And it would be loud.
Yep.
We could. Okay. So the full meal deal is some loud pickles, some loud fajitas, some loud champagne. Just the auditory experience you could ever like the most loud.
I think this season
So
we need like a top 10 board of top 10 loudest foods that we keep a tally of the entire season.
Right.
Popcorn.
Yes.
Popcorn, loud food.
Loud food.
Yeah. We open a restaurant of loud foods. It's called Giving You Oral, AURAL.
Oh,
Yes.
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 And each
The
course,
door,
each course, the foods progressively get louder as you eat them.
And they are on a scale from suck you off to blow you out.
You out, yes.
The door is just the shape of like you're walking into somebody's mouth.
Yes.
Yes.
I do respect the Vlasic company because I tried finding like a fun, swag store where I could get like a pickle hat or like a pickle
those pickle
dildo.
Crocs.
Yeah, something. Nothing.
Nothing.
They're just staying true to their brand.
Just pure pickles.
Uncut. Well, some of them are cut. You know what I'm saying.
If you know what I'm saying.
Uncut gems, but it's the founder of the pickle company.
It's the fucking stork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna come.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Ben, why don't you tell me what your recipe is this week?
Sure. I'm gonna tell you my recipe, and then I'm gonna read to you a website that I found that has nothing to do with my recipe. But
I thought you were gonna say I'm gonna read you some poetry.
And then I'll read you some I mean, it's kind of like poetry, actually. So,
Nice.
you know,
If you think about it, this podcast is like open mic night.
it really is. Big open mic night vibes on this podcast. Big
We're just
vibes.
swapping type fives every 5.
Damn it. So Fomantis is based off of a little, you know, grassy mantis, a praying mantis, right? And it grows into, I forget what it's called, Lurantis, which is a big old actual, you know, praying mantis with the like claws and everything. But it's just a little guy right now. And so when I looked up just praying mantis recipes, the first thing that came up was cocktails, actually.
Oh, yes.
The grasshopper.
Yes. And so it's a variation on the grasshopper that I found called the praying mantis. And instead of, well, there is a little bit of creme de menthe in this, but there's also a Fernet Branca to give it that kind of like, what am I thinking? Like anise type flavoring. And then there's also the milk is a rice-based horchata liqueur.
Nice.
And so it turns out very like minty green. And so you just, oh my God, excuse me.
You're just getting so into it already.
You're going to mix together the Fernet, the horchata, the creme, and the mint all together in what is this? Like a shaker. Pour it into a cocktail glass. And then there's a little bit of foam on top as well. And I was thinking this would be excellent to call this the foam antics cocktail. Because there's a little bit of foam on top, and by the time you drink it, the antics are ensuing. You know, conversation is flowing, and it's just a nice, tasty little cocktail to have to start out your night. So that's my recipe, the foam antics.
Do you think if McDonald's had like a cantina, do you think they would have like this would be the alcoholic shamrock shake?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Uncle Grimacy is there to give you the Fomantis shake.
No. Oh God.
Ben, when are we going to celebrate Uncle Grimacy's birthday?
Ronald dyes him green.
Yes.
I mean, he should get his own video game at least. We've already got Grimace already got his own video game.
Yeah,
So it
Uncle
would only make
Grimacy, like I don't know.
it's like a roguelite.
Yes, you have to like get the snakes out of Ireland as Uncle O'Grimacy.
So that's my recipe, and I can move on to the poetry unless there's any questions.
All right, good poetry time. Poet me,
All right.
baby.
What I found first, actually, I lied to you when I said that I found something else first. But what I initially looked up was can people eat praying mantises? And of course, Google was like, I got you. Of course, people eat praying mantises all the time. They taste like chicken and shrimp. And I was like, okay, well, just prove it. And I went
Prove
to
it, the internet.
Well, I mean, sometimes you have to double check your sources, right? Because lo and behold, the website that I found that was proclaiming that people eat praying mantises all the time sounds suspiciously like it was written by some sort of AI or robot that does not understand what things are. First of all, it's written by someone named Marie, no last name, so
Suspicious.
That's a little bit suspicious.
If you rearrange the letters, there's AI in there somewhere.
Yes.
True. But I'll just read you a couple samples, and maybe you can tell me if this seems like a person or robot to you.
Do you have an answer? Is there going to be like a...
I don't have it. This is an open-ended question.
Okay.
I don't have an answer. This is just my suspicion that this was written by a robot, because you'll be able to see some tells, at least from my perspective. It starts out, if you were to ask someone what a praying mantis tastes like, they might be at a loss for words. After all, not many people have had the opportunity to sample this insect. However, those who have had the chance to try a bolded mantis report that they taste like a cross between shrimp and chicken. Some say that the flavor is similar to that of a grasshopper, but with a slightly fishier taste. Others have likened the taste to that of a roasted cricket. If you find yourself curious about what a praying mantis might taste like, the best way to find out is to catch one and try.
All right.
Praying mantis eat insects, bees, honey, small birds, arthropods, and even live ants. But this is all one sentence, but they are usually limited to insects, bees, honey, small birds, arthropods, and even live ants.
Nice.
Damn, I can't believe bugs and live ants are two separate categories.
The smaller a spider, the better off it is for a mantis. They will approach from behind. The mantis will use its forelegs to grasp and rip the spider apart so that it is not even aware of its presence. Insects such as the tarantula will eat both ants and tomatoes. They can be used in your garden in a more environmentally friendly way than sprays may be harmful.
A tarantula?
Yeah, what
goes
are we
on to say
talking
that-
about now?
Exactly. This is why I'm a little bit skeptical of Miss Marie over here. Okay.
I'm gonna say this is probably a robot.
This is the next part that really gave me pause.
Okay.
Pause.
The earlier part didn't.
Yes. Well, okay, so it says praying mutanes. We've moved on from mantises to mutanes.
Okay, so it's like a Ninja Turtle situation.
Is that the plural?
Yeah.
Yeah, praying mutanes are known to eat frogs on sight as long as they can overpower them with their power. Insects that move, jerk, or jump are tastier to the mantises because they look at them in a tastier light.
Insects that do the electric slide are more tasty.
This fucking ant's jerking it, and you know that's tasty. Live ant.
Some parts of North America have seen praying mantis eating fish. A praying mantis, it is believed, is becoming more intelligent and better at hunting both on land and in the water. It will eat plants as well, like cosmos, yellow marigold, yarrow marigolds, and raspberries being the most common. A praying mutan's bite is non-venomous, which means it does not have any poisonous properties. If you get bitten, the only thing you need to do is wash your hands thoroughly. So, it was too good to be true, right? The question of can we eat a praying mantis, this website says yes, we can eat praying mantises. They're a delicacy in many cultures, and yet it fucking lied to me. People don't do this shit. It's not a cross between shrimp and fish and chicken, and a roasted cricket or whatever. But I figured that I'd share, just to add to the discourse.
Yeah. Well, I love it when robots add to the discourse. It makes things more confusing, and I have a harder time discerning reality.
This feels like if AI is trying to understand what it's like to be a human, and it's like, what if I just ate this bug? Like, it could taste like shrimp.
Could taste like
way
chicken.
to find out is just try.
Yes.
This is where they start gaining sentience through
Yes.
articles like these.
Who knows? Maybe they already are alive. The singularity has already happened. All right. Evan, what is your recipe this week?
So my recipe, I'm going. So I was praying that this would this would work out. So I took a look at what shiny Fomantis looks like, and thank God, because it's slightly different colors, so it works for my recipe. So we're gonna be making a Fomango lassi.
Ooh.
Don't know what that is.
So it's an Indian drink, and I'll get to that in a second.
Oh, yes, I do know what this is.
So if you look at the Fomantis, that head sure looks like it could produce a mango.
Like the brain of it?
Yeah, so like it just the yellow just feeds into whatever the bulb is at the top, and you just pluck mangoes right off the top.
Feeds right into being a mango.
Yeah. So how does one make faux mango lassi, you ask? So you need half a cup of chopped faux mangoes, a cup of curd, like a yogurt, plain yogurt works. Half a cup of milk, some sugar, some cardamom powder, and then the garnish has some chopped nuts, some saffron strands, and some whipped cream. So you're basically going to rinse all of your faux mangoes and peel and cube them and stick them in the freezer to chill, basically. And then in your blender, you're going to toss those faux mangoes, some yogurt, milk, cardamom powder, and sugar, and blend it until it's like thick and kind of like smoothie-like, really. And then you can add a little bit more sugar, a little bit more milk to dial in your consistencies. And you're going to pour that into your nice little glass. And you garnish with some little pistachios, perhaps a little bit of saffron if you're feeling fancy. And there you go.
Wow.
Excellent. And do you think the like mantis element, like, does it make you smarter, cooler, hipper, sexier?
So
what's up?
Yeah, that was the thing. I was looking at the history of Mango Lassi, and let me see if I could find it here. So the concept originated back somewhere around 1000 BC, and it has some healing properties and gives a calming effect to the stomach and the mind. So that's kind of what I'm
explains
imagining.
why I like it so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I was
'Cause there-
sorry.
Oh,
When I was
Go
in
ahead.
Ireland, probably the best place I ate was like an Indian place, and we went there the first night, and then we went there for my birthday because we really liked it. And like I had written like a review the first time we went because they asked me to.
nice.
Went back, and then like the owner like came in. He was like, "Oh, you like came here a few days ago?" And I was like, "Yeah, well, it's like my birthday today. Had to come back here." And they were like just absolutely fucking psyched that
Nice.
Yes.
I was there. So as they brought out one of those for me. As
Hell
like
yeah.
They were out of
Oof.
dessert, but they had that.
That's a pretty good dessert.
What
It was-
more could you need, honestly? Like, Indian food is already like a top tier like cuisine experience, and then if you get a little mango lassi as a little treat, as a special treat, that just 11 out of 10 experience.
After sucking that down, I could have just like gently laid my head on the table and let someone just fucking chop it off because there's nothing else for me in this life.
Yeah. That sounds excellent.
Wow.
So there you
That's
go.
delicious.
Well,
All right.
Jeremy, now you have 3 great recipes that you have
Yeah.
to show up. This is your own making.
So, I'm going to tell you guys something. A year or so ago, I went to a little country called Spain.
No fucking way.
God damn it.
And let me tell you, they love their dairy products there. You sit down, they give you a nice butter, a cheese, some bread, that kind of stuff, all over the place, right? Delicious, excellent, wonderful. But I want to spice that kind of experience up a little bit. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make a garlic herb fomantequilla, which is fomantis butter.
Nice.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get the fomantis and we're going to pick off the little leaves from it. We're going to chop those up nice and fine. We're going to get a nice block of fresh butter from our local cow or dairy farm, wherever you get your butter. And we're going to get some parsley, some thyme, some chives, some minced garlic, some salt, and some black pepper. And we're going to let the butter soften a little bit. We're going to mix those all together. And then we're going to get a piece of plastic, lay it out, and then we're going to put our butter in it, and then we're going to roll it up and stick it in the fridge overnight so it can firm up into more of a solid form. And we're going to take our butter log, we're going to cut it into slices. Then we're going to go down to our local baker, and we're going to get a nice baguette, which I know is in Spanish, but still. We're going to get a nice bread. We're going to take it back to our nice brunch experience. We're going to slice the bread, warm it up a little bit, maybe like toast it slightly. Then get the pads of butter, slap it on there, melts right in, lets it go, and then you basically have your own homemade garlic butter. So that's my recipe this week.
Oof.
Garlic herb fomantequilla.
I have to say, Fomantis, more so than, I know there's some different interpretations right now, but more so than a fruit or a vegetable. I guess pepper and mangoes are both fruit technically. But anyway,
Yes.
it's giving herb. Fomantis is giving herb for me.
Oh, it gives herb.
Yes.
So I approve of this recipe. It tracks for me.
So
Yes.
this is purely a spreadable butter. You don't
Yes.
use
It is-
fomanticia in baked goods or any sort of other dishes.
I wouldn't put garlic butter in like a cake, personally. Kind
Doesn't
of
have to be a
situation.
cake, Jeremy. It can
Okay.
be
Tons of things use butter.
croissant. That could be
A
kind of
garlic
nice.
croissant.
Yes. Yes, Ian.
A geometric question for you.
Okay.
Geometric.
When someone gives you butter to put on stuff,
Mm-hmm.
do you like it in a square palette? Do you want it to be round? Do you want it on a dish? Do you want it with a fox in a box?
So usually when I get fancy butter, like at a restaurant, it's in like a little ramekin, and it's either like it's kind of like filled up in a little swirl on top, or it's just like a little chunk that they scooped out from wherever and plopped it in, kind of situation. So that's usually like a good butter experience. Small ramekin.
Agreed.
Not
Yeah.
a ball.
Oh, butterball.
Do you want like a big ball and it's like you roll it up and then you like roll it around on your bread with your hands to make it
Here's my
part of your meal?
here's my dilemma, Jeremy, because I asked
Uh-huh.
what your preferred way was, and you started your sentence with, "Well, I didn't fucking ask how you usually get it, Jeremy. I want to know your dream." Think
How
big.
has butter never been presented to you before?
Yeah, do you want me to have like a butter pyramid that the like butter pharaoh Ramses the butter second decided to use the Hebrew slaves to butter build for me, and then butter Moses said, "Butter let my butter people go." Is that what you want?
You butter stop right now.
Yes.
But I will say that a pyramid and it being in the desert does give butter color. So you're not far. You're not far.
I have been known at an IHOP on one occasion to stack the butter in a little pyramid.
And you're like, did the aliens make
Illuminati.
Yeah.
I just want you guys to dream big. Like, if I could have butter served to me in any fucking fashion, I'd want like the butter to come out in like a little like packet. I open it up and it looks like Gushers, but it's butter colored, but they're just like butter in the shape of
That's
a gusher.
That's what we haven't nailed yet. Is butter like hard enough on the outside, liquid on the inside?
Yeah, when you're just eating straight butter.
It's like the lava cake of butter.
Yeah. Well, you could like have like a piece of bread that kind of has like a hunk of butter in the center. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And then warm it up a bit. You know. And get
Maybe
that
they
going.
should make like those pretzel bites that are filled with peanut butter. Maybe they should make bread bites that are filled with garlic butter.
Oh, I would eat that.
I mean, that sounds good.
Oh,
Can't deny it.
my preferred butter method would be fondue style.
Oh, just a big pot that you dip it
Whoa.
in.
Oh my god, that's so much butter.
I mean, if we're talking about this butter that is purely for the flavor, I want that
Okay.
flavor.
Yeah. Let's do it. Okay.
Yeah. Dip a whole hot dog in there.
Yeah.
I guess in that situation, you could then do like a crab or lobster situation.
Exactly.
You dip that in the fondue fountain. That
Joe's Crab Shack,
Butter
if you're
fountain.
listening.
butter fondue.
Yeah, butter fountain at a wedding next to the chocolate fountain.
Don't get them mixed up.
Yeah.
Not to, I mean, no, I'm not gonna fucking apologize for my dream of
Never
loud
apologize.
foods. Yeah, butter, objectively the loudest fat oil thing that you can use to cook with. You slap that shit in the
Oh,
pan.
okay.
Okay, now we're really stretching this loud food business.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say like when you get a piece on your like knife and you put it on and you're like so
The sound of
loud.
the toast on the-
Yes.
No, you heat up your
crunchiest
pan.
toast.
Are you kidding me? You pour fucking olive oil in there. It's like driving a Prius through your kitchen. If you put the butter in there, the whole neighborhood's gonna come see what's going on.
Yeah, you put butter in and then all of your neighbors float over like they're smelling a pie on a windowsill.
Yeah, man.
Sets your smoke alarm off.
Yes. you sneeze and it like falls on your the grease falls out onto the stove and your house catches on fire,
Now that's
which is
loud.
really loud if you think about it.
That's a loud food. If your house is on
That is
fire,
loud.
Yeah, the screams of your family within.
Yeah.
the loudest food.
The loudest, cooked to perfection. The loudest food of all.
Well done. That's the menu.
Man, the
situation.
loudest
Wow.
food of all.
Jeremy led Ian down his Hannibal moment, I think.
Well, I mean, at oral, giving you oral, it's like the ninth food is like, you know, a live, like lamb or something, and you cut into it and it screams, and it's like,
God.
what could beat that? And it's like, and then you're like Mr. the Menu, and he's like, I've got one last thing for you, and it's like your mistress or something, and they like fall into a vat of acid or whatever.
The loudest food.
The loudest food. Okay, let's review our recipes. From Ian, we have romanticery. Is that how you said it?
Fermentisserie.
Fermentisserie.
Fermentisserie. Fomantis hot sauce. From Ben, we have Fomantis drink. I forget the title of it off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Foam Antics.
Foam Antics, kind of like a grasshopper mixed drink. From Evan, we have Fomantis. Oh my god, my brain is falling apart this evening. What was
Some
your
mango
pun
lassi.
again? A faux mango lassi. And then from me, we have Fomantikia. Okay, we got all that straight. Let's vote. Let's fucking vote.
Well, everyone fucking voted, and Ian fucking won.
Wow.
Who's
Who's going first next time?
Yeah.
This victory is ringing in my ears.
Yes, the loudest victory.
Yeah.
God damn it. Evan got a vote, and I got a vote as well.
Damn it. You just gotta put like air horns around Ian at all times. in a restaurant. Yeah.
Now, that would be a good podcast.
Every time you like moved your hand, like every key on your keyboard just makes a different pitch of air horn sound.
Ugh,
It'd
God.
be like listening to like live morning radio.
Yes.
Yeah, when someone's recording like from a cafe or something. Oh, but it's a soundboard.
Yes. God, we got to make one of those like a keyboard, and it's just pitched air horn noises, and it's like a piano.
I mean, you could do that
Yeah.
pretty easily.
Fuck yeah.
But
Bang.
should we?
Yeah.
The real dilemma.
We should.
The postmodern dilemma.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next section. It's called Whale Lord's Mail Horde. It's where we read your recipes sent into ichoosepod@gmail.com. That's ICHEWSPOD@gmail.com. Evan, could you read this email from Mike?
Yeah, I can. Mike starts off by saying we're in a loud dive bar. So we've got some loud dive bar vibes going on, and there's a lot of yelling. Actually, the entire email is in all caps, so...
Damn, this fucking podcast is so fucking loud.
Headphone
Yes.
warning.
Yes.
Hey boys, I'm reporting to you live from a good old-fashioned punk rock show, a Lola edition. You don't have to yell anymore, but I'm typing in all caps. Oh, okay. This is a tropical dive bar with a robust menu of bar foods available, with a bonus being the weekly punk rock shows.
Sounds fun.
I'm just going to throw this one at you. Vegan coconut shrimp.
What?
I need it.
Yeah, one. I'm sure by now we've discussed that Fomantis was designed with the orchid mantis in mind, but with the dynamic flipped. Instead of bug looking like pretty flower looked like bug.
Gotcha.
Two, we all know that because plants are sentient beings, that there is no vegan in the Pokemon world.
True.
It's also true. We have established this.
That's true. And now you're asking coconut shrimp? Well, I'm sure we've all heard the age-old adage, shrimps are the orchid mantis of the sea, and who am I to argue? Shell your Fomantis, dredge in flour, eggs, and seasoned mix of breadcrumbs and shredded coconut. Fry those baddies up, dip them in sauce, get crunchy with it. By the way, you should totally be wearing earplugs at this punk dive. Alola, Mike.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you so much for writing in, Mike. Appreciate it. Now let's move on to the Discord submissions. Ben, can you read this one from Pokemaniac Chris?
Gladly. Pokemaniac Chris writes, okay, boys, I can't remember which of you have been to Italy.
Evan.
Actually, I think we've all, at
At some point in our lives.
been into Italy.
Ian, have you been to Italy? I think so, right?
I have. What if we were
Yeah.
all there at the same time and we didn't even know it?
Shit, we weren't.
That would be really crazy.
me and Ben were, but the
I mean,
rest of us
that's
weren't.
actually true. Me and Jeremy were in Italy at the exact same time.
Yeah, it was like whole Mamma Mia pizza pie the whole time.
Yeah. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. I can't remember which one you've been to Italy. Okay, you might, while there, have had the good fortune to try fiori di zucca, zucchini flowers, a classic southern European side dish. These are stuffed with a lightly seasoned mixture of ricotta and mozzarella, coated in a light, bubbly batter and shallow fried until crispy.
It's just like less oil.
Okay, that makes sense. While in Alola, they do something like this with the whole Fomantis, which looks like an insect but is actually entirely a plant. The filling was traditionally made with Mudsdale cheese, but ever since Miltank were introduced to the islands in the 19th century, practically everyone has switched to lighter, creamier Miltank cheeses. Instead of the subtle notes of garlic, black pepper, and nutmeg used in fiori di zucca, stuffed Fomantis filling normally has a bolder, sweeter, and more, quote, tropical flavor profile. Think crab rangoon mixed with pina colada. And I like that.
Nice.
The cheese is blended with finely chopped mago, nanob, and pinob berries, as well as slivered executor heads, and sweetened with a dash of bounce sweet juice. Because we're working with a whole Fomantis, which is about 30 centimeters long, rather than shallow fried in a pan, these things are dunked in a great big port of executor oil over an open flame. As soon as
Okay.
they come...
Continue.
Okay.
Sorry.
As soon as they come out of the oil, they're chopped into thick slices and lightly dusted with cinnamon and sugar to serve. This shit's like crack when you're on a tropical island holiday, and it goes great with a cold beach plum LaCroix.
Excellent. So, are we saying like executors are like coconuts? They have oil? I thought they were eggs.
The
This
egg
is true.
grows to a coconut.
Yes.
This is true, but the Alolan executor has the like palm tree head that's like
Yes,
way
it's true.
huge.
It's true. It
So I
makes it
think
more
that's where that's
coconutty.
coming from. Yeah.
All right. I'll accept. Chris, I'll accept it. I'll allow it.
If given the opportunity, would you consume horse milk or horse milk related products? Because that is, he said Mudsdale.
True.
So here's my thing. How many more types of milk does this world need?
Soy
Well-
milk, almond milk.
I mean, it's like
it's a fair question.
it's there to nurture and nourish, horses, but I don't know if I need it. That's all I'm
Haven't
saying.
we done enough
Yeah.
We've done enough.
to the
Yeah.
horse race?
We don't need
Agreed.
like horse dairy farms too.
Yeah, I would agree. Yes.
Jeremy,
Excellent.
you're pretty quiet there. In fact, you were about to just move on. So,
Horse milk boy.
Jeremy the horse milk boy.
Famously, I'm a big supporter of horse milk. My horse milk opinion is I've never had it, so I
would
can't
you?
really say.
would you?
Straight
Would
from the
I?
seed.
Don't judge from
Okay,
your
okay,
experience.
okay.
Dream big. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna make some distinctions. Ian Davis said, "Would I?" Evan said, "Straight from the teat." I'm gonna say no to straight from the teat. That seems like a bad idea. I would try it.
Would.
Would.
I've had yak milk. It was interesting. I don't know if I would drink it daily, but I don't begrudge me trying yak milk, and I feel like this would be a similar situation. All right, I'm gonna read Jonas's submission to the Discord. Jonas says, "Hey there. Apparently, Fomantis stores their energy through photosynthesis and has a sweet scent to it. So my first idea was some sort of dessert. So I present to you Wikiberry and Fomantis babka. Babka is an Eastern European bread with a sweet taste. Originally, it was filled with cinnamon, but I filled it with a jam made with wikiberries and Fomantis flowers. Why wikiberries, might you ask? Well, those the most similar to cranberries. So let us start off the jam. Take a medium-sized saucepan and put it above a low fire. Add sugar, orange juice, Fomantis flour, leaves, and water. Let it cook in. After that, you can smash it in a blender until it's a smooth puree. Let it cool down. Making the babka itself, apparently, is quite difficult and a long process. So I'll simplify it here, lol. Mix flour, sugar, eggs, and yeast and salt after some time. Butter, let the mixture rise in about 2 to 3 hours. Then the recipe is very technical, long text about how you combine the dough and jam, but it boils down to lay out the dough, spread the jam, roll it, pinch the edge, and there you're good to go. Then let that stuff rise again for like 2 hours. Once you have awoken from your siesta, nice, I apparently took a nap here, you can put the babka back in the oven for 30 minutes at 350 degrees. And if you, like me, thought it would finally be done, you are wrong. Because after this, and I kid you not, you need it to let rest at room temperature for 1 to 2 days. So basically, by the time you have completely forgotten about the thing, it is ready for consumption.
Excellent.
Anyways, that was my recipe for this week. Have a good day.
That is me, honestly. I struggle with object permanence, so if I had to wait for my food to be ready 2 days in advance, I would simply starve.
Yeah. It's like you actually when a waiter like brings you some food and it's on a covered dish, you think it like magically appears.
Yeah, I'm like, why did you bring me
off?
this covered dish? I asked for food.
He takes it off and he goes, peekaboo.
Yes.
Honestly, if someone would do that for me, I would be so thrilled.
Look, we could do that at a restaurant, and we get fucking write up in like the New York Times or the Atlantic where it's like, millennials want you to Pikachu's this restaurant, and it's like
Treat me
our
like a
whole
baby.
thing.
Yeah, your food is displayed on like a mobile that's hanging above your head.
I mean,
I
would.
I don't know if I would be opposed to going to a restaurant and like they put me in like a high seat and give me and there's like a dedicated staff member there who's like, oh yes, tonight we have this meal with a Chenin Blanc, and they feed me the whole thing like an airplane.
Like the airplane.
Yep.
Yeah,
I gotta say, when I was in Italy, my trip plug, I was bibbed like a large baby before enjoying a deliciously like buttery lobster dish.
Were they like your bibs, or did you like bibby?
No, they were. Well, they were like your bib, sir, and he forced himself upon me and bibbed me.
Okay.
But it was a nice bib. It had like a little like tuxedo T-shirt vibe going on. It had like the tie. It had the buttons.
Do you think it's frowned upon to use the tablecloth in Italy as as the thing you tuck in?
I think it's frowned upon most places.
I don't know.
Wow, you just unlocked a memory for me because like Jeremy will attest. I love going to restaurants with
Yes.
Jeremy and like shoving a napkin in the front of my shirt just to like embarrass him. Next time I'm fucking pulling the whole tablecloth.
Yes.
all the
Well,
food
look,
to
if
the
the
floor.
four of us are at a restaurant, we all got to do it so it creates like one of those elementary school parachutes in the center.
Exactly.
All the food just mixes together in the middle.
Yes.
Yep.
And then we go like, woo, when we want to eat it.
We like pull it under and then we put our heads inside and we're like,
Yes.
oh, we see each other.
Oh, but where'd all the food go?
Yeah. It's like a big bubble that we're making.
Yes.
Damn, we're so smart. They should give us more restaurant ideas.
They just need to, add more childlike flair to food, I think.
Yeah.
That's
Get a
what
clown.
that's what we bring to the table.
Yeah.
Dino Nugs.
Yeah, Dino Nugs, get a clown that when he squirts like seltzer out of his flower, but instead of seltzer, it's champagne.
Of course.
There you
Yes.
go.
Consider this: you finish your meal, and then there's like a frog face staring at you on the plate.
Oh, there's zoo plates. Zoo pals.
Zoo fine china zoo pals.
That'd be worth a fortune.
Hand painted.
Yes.
Hand painted. Oh man.
They're like Fabergé eggs. All right, let's pick next week's Pokemon in a segment I like to call Pick-a-mon. Evan, can you give me a number between 650 and 721?
All right.
Oops, I made a mistake.
All right.
722 and 809.
Oh, that was a big mistake.
It was a big mistake. I was looking at the last generation.
783.
I don't know what that is. All right. It is gonna be next week is it's the dragon type. It's Hakamo'o. There we go.
Oh yeah.
It's got like a big toenail on its head.
It's like a
Excellent.
fighting dragon.
Yes. Excellent.
All right.
So send in your Hakamo'o recipes to ichoosepod@gmail.com next week. All right. Let's do our plugs. Ben, where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me on the internet on Tumblr at thefearandnow.tumblr.com. You can follow me on Twitter, but I really haven't been checking it, so that's not really a thing. But that I do exist there if you exist there too. Yeah, you can after this listen to Hang Up from Radiotopia. It's a show that I edited and mixed. That is a lot of fun. It's a reality dating show with no rings attached, and this week is the 4th episode. Things are heating up. People are getting eliminated. There's a little bit of drama, so check it out. It's a fun time. And I also want to say that because I think it'd be a little bit inappropriate of us to talk about eating Pokemon, and our 7th season is all about the Alola region, and with everything happening in Hawaii right now, it's really important, I think, for everyone to just be aware that that's happening and to pay it forward where possible. So if you want to help out in that situation that's happening right now with the fire, you can donate to the Hawaiian Way Fund at memberplanet.com. And I believe this campaign has a matching situation as well. So if you donate, they match up to a certain amount. So go ahead and donate. A lot of people really need help. And those are my plugs for this week.
Excellent. Thank you. Ian, where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me at Musician Davis on Instagram and at In Reynolds Photo. That is my wedding photography business. It's no longer blossoming. It's in full fucking bloom.
Nice.
Let's go.
Heyo.
Hop on it.
Fucking go.
If you want me to photograph you, your family, your pets, your loved ones, some strangers on the street, hit me up. I'm available.
Yeah, hey Ian, go photograph those people. I'll pay you
Yeah,
$10.
Give me pictures of Spider-Man.
Rent me a van. We'll make it happen. At Ian Reynolds Photo.
God, if we had a pictures of Spider-Man based economy, we'd be fucking rich. Evan.
You can follow me on the internet usually at _Van Aubrey. I'll let you decide where it'll be a Where's Waldo situation. You go look, you put it in there, see if I'm there, and then you win my content.
Excellent. You can follow me at VelocityPrime1 on Twitter.com. You can follow, X. You can follow me at VelocityPrime on Tumblr.com. You can check out my writings at the-avocado.org. Jeremy Zelick at the-avocado.org. All right. This has been I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. You can get our show on all of your favorite podcasting apps, including Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, or your podcast catcher of choice. If you like our show, make sure to give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify so we can go up the ranks. If you want more I Choose You goodness, check out our social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Tumblr, and Threads. I think that's all of them. If you want to be a part of the I Choose You community, join the I Choose You Discord. Links are available in the episode description. You can head on over, submit recipes, talk to fans, participate in community events, like watching me play the Grimace's birthday game. All that on the I Choose You Discord. Yes, Ben?
We're hoping to do one later part of August as well. So definitely join and get involved, and we'll figure something out fun to do in a couple weeks.
We love doing fun things. Lastly but not leastly, check out our official website, ichooseyou.menu. ichooseyou.menu has a full episode archive and merch store designed by one Evan Aubrey. That's ichooseyou.menu. All right. For the show, I've been your host and Alton Brown of the group, Jeremy Zelick.
I've been your friend on this show, Ben Montoya.
I've been your Frank Vlasic, Ian Davis.
I've been your Evan Aubrey.
To all the choosies out there in Radioland, in a while, Totodile.
I choose you! Consuming, presuming, leguming, cracking cans and having feasts, munching, crunching, slurping, Pokemon and Ultra Beasts. I choose you. Season 7's our destiny. Let's eat some Alolan food. I choose you.